I don't even know like where to begin, honestly. Just like a little life update, I guess, and a little emotional update. I have just felt really off the last like 5 days and so much more tired. And I don't know if that's because my emotions have been so much heavier. Also a lot more out of breath. Like yesterday I was hiding the Easter eggs for my parents to find, and so out of breath, so tired after like hiding one. So I don't know what that is, but really tired. Or, you know, maybe it's inversely related, right? Maybe it's my emotions are off because I'm feeling physically off and physically more tired and, you know, more fatigued and stuff. I don't know. It's really hard to piece apart, but I did just watch a video by Sorella Moore, who you all know is one of my biggest inspirations, and a huge part of why she's an inspiration to me is she's going through very similar things to me. I don't think she has like the chronic illness stuff that I deal with, but she talked a lot about, you know, coming out of the fight or flight and her journey with that and trying not to get back into any adrenaline states, and that's been a huge part of what I've been trying to do over the last several months. And she also just released a video recently that said like I'm happy, and talked about, you know, being in this funk and feeling like she was losing herself and losing her kind of purpose and losing a lot of her career stuff and just rediscovering like who she is. And I really resonated with that. Yeah, it's been just a really tough few years with the pandemic and having to self-isolate because of my health stuff. And then on top of that, having really bad health stuff that has just debilitated me. And for context, I went from doing like probably 10 extracurriculars and like 3 part-time jobs and my nonprofit and my startup and my vlog channel and all of that, and school. I was taking classes, to right now I'm not taking classes. The only thing I'm doing is my startup, and I'll record videos for my vlog channel as well. And you know, that's a big change, and there's a lot of reasons that went into that. One was obviously getting quarter dose of the vaccine, reacting to it, and that just completely debilitated me to the point where I can't even hold a part-time job right now, and I'm barely surviving with my startup. And that is really frustrating because I don't want to be here. And yeah, it's also tough because I lived in the fight or flight for 8 years, and I just recently got out of that, and am I think recovering from that. And I don't know what that journey is going to look like, because when your body's under a constant stress response, which is what adrenaline is, you're supposed to get into adrenaline fight or flight, and then you're supposed to get out of it. And if you stay in it for 8 years, that has to be really detrimental on your body. And so, you know, trying to get out of that is a journey, and has been really stressful and frustrating. And just some things happened in the last week that I'm not going to get into because they are personal, that there's not like any benefit for me sharing for other people. It's just like tough for me, and just made me so emotional and just felt so defeated and just down in the dumps. And I've really, because I've had such little energy, I've kind of not been keeping up with friendships and not staying in touch with friends. And 2 of my really close friends, you know, I used to talk to them like every week or every other week, and one's in law school now and one's in the Peace Corps, and I just like, I miss them so much. But I don't really have close friendships or people that I talk to every week or every other week now, and I just feel, you know, lonely, isolated, and a lot of that is on me. And I could totally reach out to people. It just takes so much energy, and I'm just not even like having the emotional capacity right now to like have conversations about like, how are you? And it's like, well, not well. I don't really want to get into it, but not well. And I don't really have anything else to talk about, you know, like I can talk about my startup, but I have a lot of feelings of like frustration that I can't do more for my startup, or guilt because, you know, my team relies on me and I can't do more for them, or pursue the ideas that I do have and what I am passionate about. Like, I'm just in survival mode and just trying to keep everything, you know, above water so I don't drown. And it's just really frustrating, you know, to have chronic illness that I've had for almost 11 years now, and just have gone to so many doctors and tried so many things. 1 minuto. And just not had any relief, you know? And to be even worse now since the vaccine, and to have had no relief from my vaccine symptoms. Yeah, I'm just feeling really down in the dumps, you know? And it's all part of the journey. Like, there are ups and downs, and I've been doing really well, and I think I thought I was doing better than I was, and I've just really been struggling, especially the last 5 days, but you know, the last couple of months, and really the last year and a couple months since I got that quarter dose of the vaccine. But yeah, I just don't feel good, and I'm sharing that to share that it's okay to not feel okay, you know? I know I've said that before, but there's just so many ups and downs, and this is a down period, and I'm going to get through it. And I'm so grateful for the people who I do have in my life who support me through things. And I need to be gentle with myself, and I need to be patient. I'm always really harsh on myself. I'm trying to get better at positive self-talk. And then, like, when I'm so sensitive like this, any outside influence and anything that someone says, I take it really harshly, and I'm a lot more sensitive to it than I would be otherwise. So when things happen that I'm usually really resilient with, I don't feel resilient. They take me down, unfortunately. So, not saying that I have any answers or that I want you to feel bad for me, because I don't. I'm just sharing that, like, most people share only the best parts of their life or whatever, and I want to share on my vlog channel when I'm going through a tough time and as it's happening, not like, okay, in retrospect everything's great now and here's what happened. And it's like, no, there's sometimes not an end to the story. Like, sometimes you're right in the thick of things, and you're learning as you go, and you're feeling things, and you're emotional, and it's hard, and that's okay. And yeah. So I just wanted to come on here and give an update of, like, I'm hanging in there, I'm surviving, and that's really all I can say. And I just need to wait it out and hope that things change. And it's really tough with chronic illness because there is no magic pill, there's no snapping your fingers and you feel better. Things take months, usually years, to change when you've been sick for almost 11 years. So that sucks. but yeah, I'm just gonna go do some journaling and try to get some work done today. I'm really tired, but we're hanging in there, and I hope that you are at least hanging in there too. That's all we can do, is take it one day at a time, if not even one day at a time, 1 hour at a time, 1 minute at a time, and just survive and keep your head above water until we find a raft and we get up on that raft and things are better. So that's what I'm looking for, is that raft, honestly. So yeah. All right, let's continue the journey. Yeah. All right, here we go.